Hi guys, it's Melissa from the Melmar Group, and it's really cold where I am. And so I just want to have a nice, warm, comforting dinner at home tonight. So I'm going to make crock-pot lasagna. I'm going to bring you along so you can see how easy it is. So stay tuned. Okay, so it's a couple days after Christmas. And the house isn't so clean anymore. And the leftovers, we've gotten sick of them. And so I was trying to think, what could I make on this cold day that would be delicious and easy and maybe even let me get a nap while it cooks? And crock pot lasagna came to mind. So let me take you in the kitchen and show you the things that you would need to put this together and then show you how to make it. Okay, so here's what you're going to need for crock pot lasagna. You're going to need regular lasagna noodles. They don't have to be anything special. About a pound of hamburger for the recipe I'm doing. A can of tomato sauce or spaghetti sauce. And whatever cheese you want to use. Plus your crock pot. Okay, so you're going to turn your crock pot on to high. And you're going to spray it with some cooking spray. Then you've got your can of tomato sauce. You're going to put some in the bottom. Nothing fancy here. I guess I could use a spoon to make it look a little bit better. Just putting some in the bottom so that the first noodle that goes in, can lay on it. Next, you have your noodles. Break those. Put them in to fit. Okay, let's try this again because my camera died. So I've sprayed my crock pot. I've put a layer of spaghetti sauce on the bottom, broken a couple noodles to go in, and I'm going to put some ground beef in. Next, I'm going to take my mozzarella cheese, and then next I'm going to take my cheese, sprinkle it over the meat, and then I do the whole process over again, except this time I start with a noodle. So I put a noodle in, just try to make them fit. I don't know if you can see, try to make them fit. Then I'll move this over. More spaghetti sauce. If you wanted to do ricotta, you could do that. I prefer not to, because I don't normally have it. Also, my family doesn't really like it, and it can be expensive. So I've done my sauce, my meat, my cheese, and I am back to my noodle. So again, just break the noodle to fit in there and cover up as much of the layer below it that you can. Then your sauce again. More meat. More cheese. More noodle. So as you can see, this is really fast, and I have some hamburger. Sometimes I buy hamburger in bulk and I cook it up. You can even cook it up in your crock pot. And then I put it in Ziplocs in my freezer, and so it's ready to go. I just have to thaw it. Other times I've made an extra big batch of spaghetti or something on purpose most of the time, and I save the remaining of that, and later in the week we have lasagna night. So I just keep layering this until I run out of meat or the pot is full. I don't want to use all my sauce, and I'll show you why in a minute. So I don't know why I just put that on there. I didn't need to. So one more layer of the noodles. Since I want to use up my meat, I will put it on top. But normally I've already finished it for the top layer. Okay. Then I'm going to, instead of doing sauce, or if I had enough sauce I could do it, but instead of doing it, I'm going to put cheese on top of my meat. Then I'm going to take my sauce and I'm going to thin it down with water. There's a couple benefits to thinning it down. A, you clean out the can or the container. B, you get it all over yourself. I don't know if you can see that. But C, you pour it in. I did about 3/4 of a cup. You pour it in over the top, and the watery sauce is what is going to cook your noodles and make sure that they're done. Now I'm a little pressed for time, so I'm hoping that this works well. I've got this on high. I put my lid on and I let this cook for 2.5 hours. If I need to, I'll add a little bit more water or some broth later on. But after 2.5 hours, I should have yummy lasagna. If you ever did this and you did too much water, which I actually did one time, it makes lasagna soup. And it's actually really good. So, again, I just used 1 can, probably about 1 pound, just over 1 pound of beef, a half a package of noodles, and maybe 3 to 4 cups of cheese. Just eyeballed it, and that's what we did. Okay, so it's been 2 hours, and it's bubbling away. Here's my lasagna. I did check the noodles, and they're done, so it was done faster than I thought. I did add a little sauce on the top that I found in my fridge, and it is a little bit more liquidy than I would like, but we'll just consider it a cross between lasagna and lasagna soup. So it's a really great recipe, easy, walk away. You should give it a try.